Welcome to Jackie's Craft Table. Hi, Jackie here. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. In this video, I'm creating a Mother's Day card for my wonderful mom. I'm using a beautiful stamp set from Altenew called Peony Bouquet. This is a layering set, but for this card I'm stamping just the outline stamps and I'm coloring it in with my Prismacolor pencils. I used a distress ink called Spun Sugar and I stamped it down onto some pink cardstock. This will give me a no-line effect. I like to start with my lightest pencils first to add my highlights, and then end with my darkest pencils last to put in my shadows. I happen to have some peonies growing outside my craft room windows right now that I'm using as a color reference. This was a very fun flower to color in. I love peonies, so when I saw this set, I had to get it for my card crafting. I'm also using some mineral spirits to blend my colors so they turn out nice and smooth. The set comes with 4 different stamps for this largest bloom. When you layer them with 4 different colors of ink, the result is just beautiful. There are so many things that you can do with this set. I'm using a red colored pencil and even a brown one for some of the darkest shadows on this flower. Peonies remind me a lot of my mom. She always has peonies of every different color growing in her garden. So I thought this would be the perfect Mother's Day card for her. I'm coloring in the peony bud here, using the same colors. I really prefer to use my colored pencils on a colored cardstock rather than the white. I think it provides a good base for the color of the image that you're going to be coloring in. I'm also stamping my leaves onto the pink paper as well. When I fussy cut these images out, I left a sliver of the pink paper as a border. It really adds a cute touch. Altenew does have coordinating dies that go with this stamp set. Since making this video, I ended up purchasing a set for myself. They cut out the images so crisply and they leave a nice border around the edges. It does a much better job cutting them out than I did with my scissors. For this card, I only use 4 of the stamps that came in the set. For the leaves, I'm only using 2 different colors of green colored pencils and a red one. The variety of peony I have outside has a lot of red in the foliage. On my blog, I've listed the colored pencils that I used to color in these images, as well as a list of the supplies that I used. As I mentioned, I'm fussy cutting out all of my images. I'm cutting down some white cardstock to 5.5 by 4 1/4. This is going to be the first layer of my card. I have a diagonal stripe stamp that I'm going to be inking up. I'm using some raspberry ink from My Favorite Things, and I'm just pressing that down. You could use a pattern paper as well. I have the coordinating cardstock called Raspberry for my next layer, and I'm going to be cutting that down to 5 1/4 by 4. I'm using another piece of white cardstock for my third layer, and I've cut that down to 5 by 3 3/4. I'm adhering them together so that I can stamp out my sentiment next. I'm using my Mini Misty and some Versamark ink for my sentiment. I'm going to heat emboss my sentiment with some hot pink powder. Now I'm ready to attach my peonies and the leaves to my card. I'm using some foam squares to attach the flowers onto my card and to add a little bit of dimension. As a last touch, I'm adding some 4mm clear droplets to the flowers. It adds a bit of shine and interest to the card. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked this card, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and blog if you'd like to be notified when I post another card. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Love you, Mom. Bye.